Six Talk. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Six Talk.
We're back again, baby. Woo!
What are you saying? Yousuf?
I'm hyped up because we've finally gotten time out of your busy ass schedule. It's playoff time, and I've been concealing all my thoughts about these series for the episode, and we've taken so long to goddamn record it, which is nuts.
Do it all at once.
Yeah,
Game
7.
2 Game 7s.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. I have to start with this, by the way, because I've been seeing it on TikTok and Twitter the entire time. Have you seen this gorilla debate? I can't
I wanted to
I don't know where it's come out of, but
I'm
like
so
it's the
glad
most,
you brought it up because
it's the most fascinating thing of all time.
I can't lie with you. I wrote it down. I'm like, okay, next episode I'm gonna ask you this question,
about it.
and I completely forgot.
Yeah,
So
no,
I'm so-
I remembered it because I woke up this morning. Every time I wake up, I'll and whenever I check Twitter, I see a goddamn tweet about this
That's
stupid
low-key.
friggin' gorilla debate, bro.
That's something I actually want to stop doing. Checking my phone right in the mornings.
Yeah,
I hate
you
it.
got to see what's going on. You know what I mean? I check it because what if I don't check my phone? I go brush my teeth, do my whole morning routine, and meanwhile, like my phone's blowing up because goddamn like Luka Doncic got traded last night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I have to check my phone. This whole debate though, I've been on both sides. I will say ultimately depends on the size of the gorilla, depends on the size of the men. I think a bigger gorilla takes on 100 men easily.
Yeah.
I think an average sized gorilla, the 100 men win. I side towards the 100 men because like I think you could pick 100. I'm assuming when you do 100 men, you can pick them, and I'm sure there's got to be 100 men that have like been training their entire lives to like beat up animals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's got to be someone who's specialized to beat a gorilla.
But I've seen
in
that,
hand to hand combat.
If you're using the strongest gorilla,
Yeah.
I mean, if you're using the strongest men, then you should use the strongest gorilla too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
No, but
What-
I
what's
mean
your-
I don't mean the strongest man. I mean like the specialized.
Yeah.
the
I think there was like a bot where they did it, and it was
Yeah, I saw simulations where the gorillas literally just throwing mans across
Yeah.
across the universe.
What's
I don't
your
think
take on
gorillas
it?
can do that.
one gorilla or 100 men.
I hate answering this question because I feel like I'm gonna get flamed no matter what I answer. I think 100 men could do it because you get 100 specialized men who like literally. There's got to be someone out there who's been training their entire life to beat up a gorilla. So I just pick him. You know what I mean? And then it'd be blessed. Bro, it's just a gorilla, man. Come on, just overwhelm it. I know gorillas are strong as hell. No, they can
Gorilla,
they can
adult male
carry-
gorillas, especially silverbacks, typically weigh between 300 to 500 pounds.
Bro, I know men that weigh 300. I know
Yeah, low-key.
sumo wrestlers that weigh like 300 pounds, bro. Just get one of them. Sit on him. It's either light work, bro. Light work. In fact, it's such light work that I'll be one of the 100. I'll just stay in the back watching. You know what I mean? Just watch as my team that I've assembled takes on this incredible gorilla. But yeah.
Holy shit, they're
But,
strong, bro.
but you know what? They are massive. But like, fam, just go look at the Rock, man.
Okay, but
Pull up a photo of the Rock.
I feel like it's like
So you're taking the gorilla?
maybe, bro.
Fam, we just like go. Okay, you're
That
thinking
shit
about
can
it.
eat you, bro.
Yeah, no, but you're thinking about it the wrong way, right? Like I'm saying you have a certain amount of time. You could create a tactic on attacking them. We're smarter than these animals. You get people who are literally special.
100 men of these.
Okay. No, but not those guys. But like that's what I mean. There's got to be someone out there who's been training his entire life. He was built for this.
I think if you choose 100 random men, I'm taking the
Oh,
gorilla.
I don't- yeah,
but
no,
if
I
you're
agree,
choosing
okay.
the best of the best
If I
men,
get to pick the team, I think we're winning.
okay, but then so now if you get to pick the team on the 100 men,
Yeah.
then you have to pick a strong gorilla.
Yeah, still though. Like, how strong? What's the biggest gorilla?
Yeah,
do,
let's see.
do gorillas be like 7 foot? I don't know, guys. I'm stupid, man. I don't understand. I have very bad general knowledge. But like, what's it called? Because I thought gorillas like max out at like 6 foot.
They're like so I think they're like 5 foot.
Really? Yo, they're midgets. Punt it. Punt the gorilla. That's light work. I'd get what's it called?
I want to ask, how did this even start?
I don't
Like,
know. I think it was a tweet. I think someone went, "Yo,
Okay,
I'm
here.
taking 100
Top 10
people over."
strongest animal. Okay. The gorilla is the third strongest animal. Showcase impressive muscular strength. Their natural power allows them to lift about 10 times their body weight.
Okay, yeah, but what's it called? You know,
Both Eastern and Western
100
have
people
the
are like
ability-
is 100 times their body weights. And also, y'all are acting like the gorilla's gonna like attack multiple people at once. For the gorilla to win, it would have to attack multiple people at once. It's gonna be keyed in onto one unlucky guy. So we're sacrificing one guy off the bat. I'm letting you know right now. But like, you know, that's okay with the strategy. I'd send out like
Do you
me.
think someone's gonna try this?
No,
I feel like someone will.
just 1v1ing a gorilla.
Like 100.
No, you're right. There are some stupid people out there.
Like I'm sure there's someone training.
I saw Mr. Beast say that he's gonna like try simulate it, but I'm assuming it'll just be like the gorilla, like a strength test or something. Like they're pushing a boulder against the gorilla or something, and the gorilla's pushing back. I don't know how he'd simulate.
But
that,
I don't know. I feel like you get a lot of hate because if you're trying to kill a gorilla.
No, he's not. He's not actually gonna make them fight the gorilla.
No, but I'm saying like okay, like he's gonna push things to the like.
No. I mean, like, there's gonna be this guy, man. Yeah, there's gonna be like a contraption to where like the gorilla wants to like push. So and they're gonna ask the men obviously to push as well. They're gonna see like who pushes the boulder to like.
Oh,
first,
okay, I
for
see what you mean.
example.
Okay.
So that like determines who wins strength.
Yeah.
And the next test will be like an obstacle course. Will 100 men complete their obstacle course before the gorilla completes his? Like, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. They're not going to push things against the actual animal. I can promise you that. That's the most unethical thing of all time. But anyways.
Should we finally get to some basketball?
Yeah. No, I just wanted to get that off my chest. Starting off, I want to start off with the You Suck Player of the Week because, and
Can I guess who it is?
Yeah.
Kyle Kuzma.
It has to be Kyle Kuzma because I will say there were other nominees. I was thinking about Fred VanVleet until he started popping off. He's been incredible recently. I was thinking about Jalen Green, but at least Jalen Green had one good game. Kyle Kuzma possibly had the worst game in the playoffs. He dropped the Tony Snell stat line. He had how many minutes? 22 minutes with 0.0 rebounds, 0 assists, 0 everything.
And he got benched in the last game.
He got benched in the last game, and they looked incredible. That was their best game, in my opinion, other than the win, obviously. His high for the series was 12 points. He averaged 5.8 points in the 5 games, 2.2 rebounds, 0.8 assists on 34% shooting, 20% from three, and 50% from the free throw line. Which actually, the funny thing is, that's actually better than I thought. I thought he averaged like 18% from the field, which just shows he didn't take enough shots, and when he did, he was missing.
Yeah.
This was a horrible trade for the Bucks. They traded and this is what I said when it happened, man. Kyle Kuzma is not going to replace the production of Chris Middleton. They were hoping he would replace the production of Chris Middleton for a cheaper contract. Sure, the money works out, but I'm sure they would have rather had Chris Middleton right now.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Because, like, I mean, they're trying to maximize Giannis, and now the fact that they traded, what if Chris Middleton comes out and is that other scoring option? You know what I mean? Maybe this trade is the reason Giannis Antetokounmpo leaves Milwaukee.
I just saw a report that Giannis trade is very unlikely.
Yeah, but like
unless he pushes.
The fact that they got eliminated is still gonna have those talks. Now Giannis is gonna have to deal with them. Now the Doc Rivers is gonna have to deal with those questions. The front office is gonna have to deal with those questions. So it's just annoying, man. So Kyle Kuzma screwed them over.
Before we start ranking the series, I want to give prayers up to Damian Lillard.
Yeah, that
who
sucked.
tore his Achilles. It sucked to see you saw that shot of him all alone, and
Man, can I say the Bucks are the Bucks are weird for. Did you see the clip of he was literally just lying there? And none of the Bucks went to go help him out.
Yeah.
And Kyle Kuzma went. He helped him up and then walked away. It was the stupidest thing ever. You see someone holding this part of their foot. Immediately,
front of the ankle.
Still,
I'm just
no matter what it is, I see someone holding that part of the body. You help him up and you help him to the bench. Kyle Kuzma helps him up and walks away. You know what I mean? It was the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life.
After the timeout, right?
Yeah. Like it was the dumbest thing ever. And then Doc Rivers is looking at him like, "Yo, what are you doing, bro?" He goes to help.
And then Doc Rivers goes to help him, and assistant coach takes.
Yeah. I will say Doc Rivers for the amount of slack he get or the amount of trash he gets, he's a player's coach. He cares about the players, which is cool. And this series was definitely not his fault at all. As many times
he
as
made
we
the right
Doc
adjustments
Rivers,
at the end of the last game.
As much as we blame Doc Rivers, this series is not his fault. It was just a lack of talent. It was the fact of underperforming. And the funny thing is, Gary Trent Jr. overperformed like crazy. They had one role player who overperformed like crazy, and they still got dominated. You know,
he messed up at the end. But
yeah,
we'll talk about that.
Exactly.
Before we start also ranking the series, I said this on the call with you, but it's crazy because back in the day, it's if you have the top talent, you're good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like this playoffs has showcased that like having the best player in the series doesn't mean that like you're guaranteed. Like for example, like I picked the Bucks on like Giannis and Dame. Mind you, Dame didn't really play, and when he did play, he didn't look the best. But like I'm like, okay, is Giannis enough? And like to me, it's like, okay, who's like Giannis is definitely the best player in the series by far. You know what I mean? So they obviously lost. You look at the Lakers. You know, LeBron James, Luka Doncic. I'm like, oh, do you have those?
I will say, to play devil's advocate though, Anthony Edwards played like the best player in that series.
He did. But like going into the series, we knew that like Luka and LeBron is better than like
Randle. That was probably my worst prediction, man. And like again, we'll talk about it later. But I'm really like, I was really shocked by that series.
That was another one. And then like Jokic, for example, like we might see Jokic go down to the Clippers. Mind you, Clippers are a great team, but like Jokic is by far the best player in the series. You know, the Warriors, they might go down. Curry and Butler by far the best players in the series. And then the other ones are like 1-8 matchups. But yeah, like it's crazy to see that like team construction is so important because like there's so much parity in the NBA. Like you can't put like two great players and be like, go hoop. You know
and depth. You can't be like having
exactly like the Lakers, for example.
Can't be having bums off the bench because then like you're screwed because some of these teams have so much crazy depth. Let's
start ranking the series.
Yeah. What's your favorite series?
I think we're both gonna have the favorite. I would say like again, I'm keeping biases aside. It has to be Clippers Nuggets.
Dude, I will say as well, we're like so good at this because we said that before that this series was not getting enough attention, and like there were some of these games on NBA TV, which is a disgrace.
Did you see Chuck is like, yo, why are we putting?
It is a disgrace where they picked like OKC versus Memphis over a game in the series. It is the best series by far. It's the most intriguing matchup to me.
Each game has been close.
Yeah. Well, no.
Except one.
Yeah.
And like two, kind of.
Yeah. No. But that game was fun to watch. You know.
It was like a comeback.
It was the biggest talking point in this series for me was how Ivica Zubac would do on Nikola Jokic, and he is an all defensive player this year. He will be first team all defense. He was a candidate, like underrated candidate for defensive player of the year. I saw him getting some love for that.
MIP as well.
Yeah, MIP. Some people said he got robbed of that, and I've said it like countless times. Nobody in the world can guard Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, 100%.
There's not a single person in this world that can guard Nikola Jokic, but Ivica Zubac
is doing a damn good job.
Yeah, and he is the best possible choice to guard Nikola Jokic. Out of this entire league, I would pick him, and he's played him super, super well. I don't think I would take anyone else over Ivica Zubac to guard Nikola Jokic. And you've seen that, man. Jokic hasn't. He's had good games, but like that's what you expect.
It's not like good games. It's not Jokic-esque. You know,
exactly. It's not
turnovers. That's not something Jokic is doing.
He's forcing it. And in the clutch, usually the Nuggets are able to go to Nikola Jokic. He forces a double team, but at times, even in the clutch, I've seen them play one-on-one with Nikola Jokic, trusting Zubac to guard him, which is really I've never seen this before in my life. You know, it's always been get the ball to Jokic in the post in the clutch.
Do whatever.
They'll bring the double team and he'll find the open man every time. So it's been super cool to see.
I want to give my flowers to Westbrook, and I know there has been a lot of controversies, like Westbrook doing this. Obviously, in Game 1, he had that huge three that basically won them the game. Yeah. But the minutes with the Westbrook just look really good sometimes, and like the hustle from Westbrook, like he's giving them like there was like possessions where he's getting 2-3 offensive rebounds on one possession. You know what I mean? And giving his team an extra chance. So, like especially with MPJ's shoulder being basically done, like. Westbrook has been that really good spark plug.
I feel for Russ because like there's a lot of players that miss layups, man. But every time he does like the entire world acts like it was the missed layup for the NBA championship. And bro, he's not there for your offense. He's not there to hit your open shots. He's there for the hustle. He's there to get you an extra possession. He's there defensively, he's been really, really good. At this stage of his career, that's what Russell Westbrook brings, man. You can't expect him to be MVP. Like, you know, it's
just funny with all being
he's a Russ fan, and we got other people who haters. Like it's nuts, man. So, but like he's not exempt from mistakes. I think, you know, in game 1, he should have gotten a shot off at the end of the game.
Yeah, that was stupid.
He should have gotten a shot off. But like I think he's done a lot more good than bad in this series.
Yeah,
I think you give him credit. And it's in Game 7, man. I think before the series, you would have said the Clippers have a lot more talent than the Nuggets.
Yeah.
Maybe the Nuggets have more high-end talent. Jamal Murray's starting to look like playoff Murray again, which is really dope. But yeah, who is winning Game 7?
One thing I want to
we
say,
have it today
before we do predictions.
Yeah.
The Intuit Dome has been working.
It's been rocking, man.
Bro, the Intuit Dome is like so dope. Been loud.
Top like 3 playoff atmospheres from this
short
playoffs.
Sample size, but from this
playoffs, it's been Detroit, the Clippers, and OKC in my opinion. I think that's my top 3. I'm taking like OKC over the Pacers, man.
I guess I've only seen 2 games.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's watched OKC.
Yeah,
so like you know what I mean. Pacers has been cool, but like I mean. Credit to the teams that wear the shirts as well. This is a big debate this is like about wearing the shirts and stuff like that. Man, wear the goddamn shirts. Like, it's not that deep. You know, you're not too cool to wear the shirts.
For real, bro.
That's
unless you live in San Francisco.
Yeah, apparently, man. But, yeah. Are we giving predictions?
Yes. I always had Clippers in 6 or 7. Mm-hmm. I knew this series is going to get extended. I think we both knew that. And I had the Clippers... I gave my edge to the Clippers.
Yeah, I'll say this. I think it's gonna be a very close game. But I will never go against a team with Kawhi Leonard in a Game 7. Even though last Game 7 he was in, he lost.
Which Game 7 was?
It was against Denver, actually.
Oh, in the bubble.
In the bubble, unless he's been in a Game 7 since then, which I'm not remembering. But what's it called? The point is, I will always trust him. James Harden has never lost in the first round in his life. And it's just that the defense, man. The Clippers got some gritty defenders. I think they make it tough on Jamal Murray. I think the Nuggets are going to need MPJ and Aaron Gordon to show up.
And I think the Clippers will need Norman Powell to show up.
Yeah. Like, but I disagree. I think they can win without I think they can win without Norman Powell showing up. I think the Clippers are going to force the Nuggets to like go towards Aaron Gordon and MPJ. I think they're gonna need them to hit some open shots, so that they could so that Jamal and Nikola can get a lot less attention. Because the Clippers got some the Clippers are really good at switching. They're good at like trapping Nikola Jokic. I know we just said they're comfortable playing 1-on-1, but they will try. It's Nikola Jokic.
Yeah,
like they will send the double a lot, and they're really good at cutting out the passing lanes as well. So. It's gonna be interesting. They're gonna need.
Nick Batum was huge for them.
Nick Batum's such a like I love that guy, and I'll also say one of those underrated players in the league, Bogdanović. He's super goddamn good on the defensive end. I was shocked for his size. He's really goddamn good. He's a pest.
He hasn't played great. He has like one good game.
Okay, stat wise, but bro, like watching the game, his impact is ridiculous.
But I think he's gonna be like. The Clippers will need at least one of their
Sure, yeah, but I don't think they need Bogdanović to like.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. But like if they're gonna get from Norm, but if Norm's cold, Bogdanović is cold.
You know, Ben's had a pretty solid series.
Ben Simmons,
I've been happy with Ben. I like this now that he has no expectations. Yeah, like this is the Ben that you're expecting, and so we can be happy about the way he's been playing. So I'm happy for Ben.
I just clocked. He didn't play last game.
Oh, okay. Well, when I've seen him, he played early on in the series.
I've seen some like defensive position.
Yeah. It's just sometimes it's tough, man, because like Ben can't really do anything offensively, so you're kind of forced to bench him. But like, I've been happy with Ben's. I have the Clippers in 7. Yeah. But like man, very well. Shout out David Alman. He's done a good job with this team.
Yeah. Yo, he pisses me off.
Why?
I don't know. He just pisses me off.
What do you do? He's been good, man.
He's not his coaching.
He's a cool dude.
Just his face.
Okay, yo, hey, David Alman, that's it. Beat him up, bro.
Let's go. Come with me to fight a girl.
All right, man. I'll pick David Adelman over you. I promise. Next,
but definitely, bro, it's been an amazing series. To wrap up, I think this is probably going to be one of the best series in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I'm that's a stretch.
We had some fun, man. And the winner plays OKC, so that's actually so tough. You get arrested, You go from this bloodbath of a series to arrested OKC. Which, to be fair, it could help them. Well, OKC.
I want to ask you,
they didn't look too rusty against Memphis.
You have the Clippers winning, right? Do you is there a team you want winning? Like, do you have?
I have no biases in these playoffs. Bro, I just don't want Boston or Cleveland to win.
I feel like. I say I don't have biases, but like subconsciously I have biases. Like when the Knicks were losing, I'm like, damn it, no, I want the Knicks to win. Yeah. But like I want a good series at the same time.
No, like that's what I mean. I genuinely don't have I just want good play. I'm like,
I guess I'm thinking it from like a like a Warriors
Like
perspective, I don't
certain
know who
games
that
I'll want winner. Like I wanted Detroit to win Game 6 because I wanted a Game 7, but
yeah.
I don't think that means I want Detroit to win the
Yeah,
series.
yeah.
Like, I find myself going crazy over Jalen Brunson hitting shots. Like, I find myself going crazy over.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. I think. What's your second?
That's why I'm talking about it because my second series is
for
the
me.
second
It was
best
like
is the Knicks.
a coin toss between the
Pistons.
Warriors series and this one since it's going to Game 7.
I went Knicks Pistons
Yeah,
because like
every game
I'm
was
pretty,
close.
I'm also pretty confident in Golden State closing it out. Which
not.
I mean, well, yeah, we'll talk about that later, but. Knicks Pistons, every single game has been goddamn close.
Yeah.
Even the non-close ones were because the New York Knicks went on like a 20-1 run.
Yeah.
There's been a ton of
21-0
beef in this series. There's been trash talk on Twitter. Malik Beasley talking like talking
I actually
trash.
love Malik Beasley.
And like I like that the Pistons are trying to embrace the whole like the first of all, the world is not against them.
Yeah.
In fact, I think the world is more for them than he wants to realize. But like what's it called? I like Malik Beasley.
Yeah, okay.
He was like, oh yeah, the world's against us, and I'm like, no, they're really not. It's actually the opposite. But they should be embracing that. You know what I mean? They really should.
I mean, they remind me of the Bad Boy Pistons, obviously to a way lower degree. way. But like, I feel like Detroit
it's their
always
mentality,
has that identity.
And it sucks that Isaiah Stewart got injured because I would have liked to see. I loved. There was one point in the series where a fight broke out, and the camera just panned to Isaiah Stewart just sitting there. It was the funniest thing ever. But yeah, I wish he was playing for their first playoffs. What grade would you give them?
Honestly, like everyone had the Knicks winning. I can't lie with you. Like I'm sure majority of the people had the Knicks winning. I would give them like a B plus, an A even.
I'd give him an A.
Yeah, like B plus to an A. Cade Cunningham has looked amazing. Like there's some things that obviously
the 3-point shot needs
the 3-point shot, the turnovers, which again I think he's gonna have a full offseason to work.
But he's
on
always had a turnover problem.
Yeah,
it's kind of like Trae Young. Like you can't really expect Trae Young to.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like he can go one-on-one with you. You know, he was getting guarded by OG or Mikal, and he was like hooping the whole series. You know, and then also Asar Thompson. He looked amazing defensively. Yeah. Offensively, he's not going to get much from you. His goddamn free
I feel for Asar Thompson because the entire series or the entire memory of the series of him will be that crossover at the end.
Yeah.
Where Brunson like shook him.
Yeah, that was nasty.
I mean, it's Jalen Brunson.
Oh
man.
my God.
He's ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, he took over, bro.
He did. Like it was it a 9-0 run? Something like that. But he had that like crazy like down low footwork inside. Bro, that was
the
insane.
shots he was hitting.
And one.
Brunson is a flop. Like I will say, Brunson doesn't get enough, and he got it this series. He doesn't get enough slack as being a flopper. Yeah. I think, in my eyes, he's more of like a flopper than SGA.
Yeah.
He never gets slack, but he's so goddamn good. Like
it's
a similar thing to Embiid. Like Embiid, like tries to.
Okay.
He flops, but like he's a really good player, man.
Bro, the difference is though, like. When you compare Brunson to Embiid's goddamn 7'1".
Yeah, and Embiid's
like barely 6 feet.
And Embiid's flopping that ass like ends up in injuries. Yeah, man. Like it's nuts. Who's Brunson gonna injure by flopping? And I think foul baiting is a positive term.
Yeah,
I think SGA foul baits. Brunson is a little bit of a flopper, but like again, I've always said this, bro. If he was on your team, you'd want him to do the same thing.
Exactly.
Pistons fans were complaining. You would want Cade Cunningham to do this as well. Like you know what
yesterday, Steph foul bait. I'm like,
yeah, like literally, we get so mad at foul baiters. Every single one of us would want our best player to do that as well. It's a skill, man. It's a skill. Getting your players to jump, it's a skill. So like, just don't jump. Don't jump if you don't want to be foul baited. That's it. And like, take your chances.
Brunson had an amazing series. I mean, Detroit looked really good after not being in the playoffs for I don't know how long.
Yeah.
But losing 28 games and you come back the next season to go into a series and hold on with the 3 seed to 6 games, like they're right there. That Josh Hart foul, Loki should have gone the Pistons' way. It's a 2-2 series.
Exactly. You know what I mean? There's so many. The fact that we're talking about like specific calls that like could have altered the series. I think that's why I think it's an 8 for the Pistons. Malik Beasley should have caught that ball. I wish they got a chance. You can't end that game.
Yeah, I know. That was
it sucks.
Like, bro, I was watching it with my dad. My dad doesn't really watch sports. We're in the car, and he was like, it was a red light. And he was watching. I'm like, yo, watch for number 5. he's gonna take the
Yeah.
shot. Bro,
They
I'm
were
telling
gonna
you,
double Cade. I actually thought it would be Dennis. I thought Dennis Schroeder would get the shot.
bro, if Beasley caught that, I think that's going in.
I don't know. It's
Malik Beasley.
Yeah, but like he wasn't necessarily the best in this series. He had a
Yeah.
good last game, but
He had a couple good games.
like,
Yeah, he
what's it
started
called?
the last game.
He was really good the last game, but like he was not very.
Yeah.
And this is what I said before the series. I don't trust a team where Malik Beasley is your second scoring option.
Yeah.
Because like streaky 3-point shooters don't necessarily pan out well in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I said Tobias Harris would have a good series. He had a good series.
Yo, Tobias Harris has looked amazing.
He's been under, bro. I've always said
There's
this,
been
man.
a lot of,
Philly
like-
fans gave him so much trash. You expect way too much of Tobias Harris if you expect him to be like
Your
productive
second best option.
offensively,
Yeah.
right? It's a team like this where
Defensively,
where
he,
Tobias
like,
Harris, like,
shut down Cat sometimes.
dude, he was the main priority matchup. I will also say I completely underrated Jalen Duren. I did not know he was like this. He was incredible this
Yeah, he
series.
looked-
I'll give him a lot of credit.
He looked really good.
I say he's the most average NBA player in the league. Like he looked really, really goddamn good.
And I feel like he works perfectly with Cade. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like the pick and roll. Their pick and roll is amazing.
He's a center that the Lakers need, man. Like they just need
They
any
called for
center
him.
though. They need any center, honestly. And again, we'll talk about that later.
Now they verse the Celtics, which we'll get
Yeah.
to in the thing. But I'm excited for that series.
I'm
I've been
hyped.
calling that from ever since
Yeah.
the Carl Anthony Towns trade. I said Knicks, Thunder in the finals.
But the Knicks, man, they just look like they're getting their way all the time. They don't have a bench. They're playing. Campaign's giving them some good minutes.
Campaign gave them really good minutes.
Like,
in the
bro,
first.
Mitchell Robinson does not
game.
look like
Bro,
like
it's
the
negative.
answer. He's not that.
I don't even know
bad.
if he'd play on the Lakers.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about that. I think you'd play on the Lakers. You know what I mean, as a center. But next series, Rockets Warriors for me.
Yeah, that
obviously.
same. Again, interchangeable.
Yeah. You're shot. I'll tell you my storylines of the series. It started off the Rockets, and I was so frustrated with them because the double big worked.
I freaking hate the double.
The double big worked to a goddamn T, and I told you this after the game. You were hyped up. You were calling me. You're like, "Yo, let's go. Warriors in 5, bro. Warriors in 5." I'm like, fam, I hope you realize there was a big thing from this. The Warriors did not figure out the double big, and Ime Udoka for some reason subbed off Steven Adams when they went on a crazy run.
Yeah.
Then the next game, they don't make the subs. Then a couple games later, I think the big things were the others were scoring for the Golden State Warriors. Brandon Pajemski had a great game. Buddy Hield had great games. And they beat the Rockets, but then they came back down to earth, and the Rockets got one game. Then the Rockets got a second, and now we're looking at a game 7. What are your thoughts on this series? What are your thoughts on what's happening
The Warriors
with your
have
Warriors?
not looked great, and one thing that a lot of people had their mixed opinions on the game game 5 when the Warriors were down by 20. Steve Kerr decides to throw on the flag. For me, I think that was the right call.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, you're not winning the game.
you're not coming back and winning the game. Rest your veterans. You know, like you have Steph Curry thing, and I'm glad what the bench was able to do.
Especially because Jimmy had an injury.
Exactly. One thing I want to say, low key, if we have Jonathan Kuminga instead of like Key, that guy, Bowman Key, bro, that guy was
He was missing layups.
terrible.
I don't think you come back, but
bro, we cut it to 12, and this
Yeah.
guy's like hitting like missing wide open
yeah,
layups.
it was nuts. But I'll say like
The double big has looked
dude,
terrible
Steven
for the
Adams has
Warriors.
looked like prime Hakeem
Wilt
Olajuwon.
Chamberlain, bro.
Yeah, literally.
like
It's
and,
just
like-
the size, man. I said this before the series. You guys you guys have no bigs.
Yeah.
The bigs that you do have suck at defense, and they can't. Quentin Post, I love the guy. I think he's an incredible rookie, and I feel bad for saying this about him because he is a rookie, and he should not have these expectations placed upon him. It's the Warriors' fault for having these expectations placed upon him. He cannot be like the starting big on a championship team.
Yeah. At least right now.
He's offensively, he's incredible. Defensively, he's not good at all.
Yeah.
He can't rebound. Trace Jackson Davis sucks
Awful.
defensively, sucks offensively. What's it called? Kevon Looney, he's
Sucks
not
defensively.
sucks defensively. Like
Sucks offensively.
he's supposed to be there for rebounding. He can't rebound anymore,
Yeah,
like he
it's
did in that
Steven
Sacramento
Adams.
series. It's like they have no other option. They're forced to play small. So whenever Houston plays the double big, I said this when they started Haka Adamsing. I think you keep Adams out there because if he's hitting 50%, he shot 53% from the line in the season. If he shoots 50% from the line, you're at least getting like half of those points guaranteed every single time. You're getting 1 point guaranteed every single time you're down the floor. So all you gotta do is not let the Warriors get hot offensively, get threes. You know what I mean? You force them into taking a lot more twos. You force them into taking a lot more layups. And that way, if they miss, you've won that series of possessions. And bro, if they hit a shot, you've only lost that series of possessions by 1. So the Warriors have only cut into their lead by 1.
Yeah.
And they're fouling when the Rockets are up 10. So like you just wait until the clock cuts out. So I think you keep Adams out there, even if they're hack Adamsing.
That game 5, it was. I remember it was. We went on a run, not a run, but it was 5-8 or 5-9. We were leading. They went on a 15-0 run, and we could not score against that zone, bro. That shit was brutal.
But I also said they played man-to-man really well. I said this before the series. I was so intrigued on that Amen Thompson, Steph Curry matchup defensively. He's played Steph to the best possible degree that you can.
Steph has still looked great.
And the Rockets' philosophy is we will not give Steph an easy shot. We will not give Jimmy an easy shot. Draymond, you're going out there at your shots. Gary Payton, you're going out there at your shots. Even Buddy Hield. I've seen Buddy Hield be left open.
Yeah. And yesterday there was
they're giving him the shot. If he's not hot, then they'll give him the shot. They'll give Pods the shot.
Even yesterday, bro, the Warriors came out with no energy, no like.
Also, they're guarding Quentin Post because Quentin Post has been good from 3. They're guarding Quentin Post better than they're guarding Buddy Hield at times.
Buddy Hield had like 2 good games. Yesterday he played terrible. He got like taken off. And then he gets put on in the fourth quarter.
Dude, this is what I mean about the Warriors when it's literally Jimmy and Steph. Yeah, like offensively, it's Jimmy and Steph. So the Rockets have realized that, and they're like, "Yo, we gotta limit them, man."
Yeah, it sucks because Jonathan Kuminga was supposed to be that third spark, but he has not looked great ever since Jimmy has gotten traded.
Yeah. It's also a mentality thing, man. It's hard to just come off the bench and like be like committed after your team has basically lost faith in you, man. You can say it in an interview, Steve Kerr, but like. Actions speak louder than words, and you haven't shown that you have faith in Jonathan Kuminga. Yeah. So why would he like feel confident going into a series? Because in his mind, it's like, yo, I mess up once, I'm back on the bench. Like every possession means 100 times more, and he's playing for a contract at the same time. Like I don't know if you go to Jonathan Kuminga in games. I think you do because you got to make an adjustment, but like I don't know if it works, man. I really don't. But the game. I also have to ask you about all the antics. Like we knew it would happen. The Rockets got some like fiery people. What are your thoughts on all the antics? Dillon Brooks.
I hate Dillon Brooks. I've always hated
him. And I said this again. This is the same thing as when LeBron got hate. I think Dillon Brooks is 100% again becoming the most overhated player in the entire league.
He's a bum. Like bro, some things that like he's doing where like. He's being accused for like hitting Steph's hand after the shot.
Again, accusation. And there's literally
did he not say a quote? Who said the quote?
He said it, but again, he's saying these things to do what he's doing to you right now, to piss you guys off, to get in your heads.
He's a bum.
Okay, but if it leads to a win, he doesn't give a damn. You should be. The Warriors should not allow this to affect them whatsoever.
I don't think the Warriors actually are letting that affect them.
I think they are.
No, I don't think they are.
Yeah, you don't think they are? They foul. Okay, Steph doesn't care. Draymond? You don't think Draymond's getting affected by these antics? And you need Draymond to chill out. Yeah. He's the one guy you needed to
yesterday,
calm down.
what he did to Jalen Green on that offensive. Like, bro, why are you doing extra shit? Your team clearly needs you.
Exactly.
Even game 4. Yeah,
he should have gotten ejected in game 4.
That first technical.
The first technical. No, BS. But like, you know what I mean? If you're... I don't think he should have. If I was the ref, he wouldn't have gotten ejected. The referees saved him, though. Because they called that tech. There was an obvious second tech. But they were like, you know what? We can't eject him over like this.
Maybe they realized the first tech was BS.
Yeah, we're going to call it a flagrant. Yeah. So I like that.
By the
rule book, it's kind of crazy because they deadass saw a tech and said, we're not going to call it. Which is a little wild, but
I mean, the flagrant foul is nice. But you get 2 points plus the ball.
In what's it called? In retrospect, like he could have been ejected.
Yeah, and that's when like you have to keep your calm. Like you can't let emotions get to you.
And you credit Dillon Brooks for letting emotions get to him. But bias aside, he is doing what you want from Dillon.
I hate Dillon Brooks.
I know you hate him, but biases aside, he's doing what you expect Dillon Brooks. And this is what pisses me off. Because you agreed with me that people were hating on him because he was doing it against LeBron. Now we're playing the exact same scenario where I replace LeBron with Steph Curry.
Yeah.
And people are underrating him and overhating him.
Yeah. I hate the guy.
Yeah, but
I hate him.
he's an incredible player.
No,
when
he
I say
sucks.
it's about LeBron, I get flamed.
I hate him. I hate Dylan Brooks.
But
he sucks.
Yeah,
His
he
team
sucks.
literally came out and said, "We do not want you on our team." Like, tell me you.
Them
like,
Grizzlies said that, and then the
classified
Rockets.
bum.
Yeah, and then the Rockets scooped him up and had
Classified
the best
bum.
season in like 4 years because of him.
The Rockets do the exact same thing without.
Are
Dylan
you? Have you lost the
Brooks.
plot?
Dylan Brooks sucks.
Biases aside,
Not low key, yeah. Bias,
he is
the thing.
an incredible player.
He just pisses me off though. Like just.
I know
his
he
face.
does.
He's just-
I know he does, but that he's doing his job. He's
Like
really,
yo, low key. If the Warriors go outside,
I'm not talking about you.
if the Warriors go outside Game 7,
yeah.
I want Draymond to punch Dylan Brooks, bro. I can't even cap with you.
Listen, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about fans
Yeah.
in the entire league. They are hating on the guy because it is Steph Curry, just like they hated on the guy because it was LeBron James. It's ridiculous. He's an amazing player, bro.
But okay, one thing to say, like it getting to the Warriors, I don't think it's gone to Steph. I don't think it's gone into.
I don't think
Jimmy.
it's gone to Steph. I think it's gone to Draymond. I think it's gone to like all their other players. I think it's gone to Quentin Post. I think it's gone to Brandon Pajemski. I think it's gone to all of them. Because okay, it's not just Draymond fighting all these dudes. It's everybody. Everyone's gotten involved. You can't just say, "Oh, it's only gone to Draymond."
Oh,
Everyone's fighting.
No,
You know what I mean? It's
Everyone's
clearly
backing
gone to them
Steph.
as well.
Yo, KP actually Quentin Post. I love the guy, bro.
Yeah,
as soon as Steph got touched, bro, was
Yeah, that's a
bro.
W man.
W man.
I'm not saying they shouldn't, but like I'm saying
Yeah,
it's
this
gone.
has been like the most physical series. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy, bro.
Them and the Knicks and Pistons, and that's why I have them like this high up. Like there's been
Yeah.
a lot of beef. I
like
like it.
so many fights, bro. Like
I like it.
Sengun,
Dude, you don't
freaking
need this, man. You
Pat
don't.
Spencer got a check.
Yeah,
too.
you know what I mean. Like you don't like Pat Spencer.
W
Whatever.
man,
Yeah,
bro.
I guess.
Yo,
that's
he's actually nice though. I can't lie.
I don't think he should get minutes though. He should not
Yeah,
play.
I know.
Yeah, I don't think he cracks the rotation, but
No, I don't think so. But like
He
in
has
garbage
moments.
time, bro.
yeah, he's the greatest garbage time player.
He reminds me of Peyton Pritchard in garbage time. Bro,
Oh,
takes
back
advantage.
when like Peyton Richard wasn't getting minutes. Yeah, no, that's right. Dude, Peyton Richard was the greatest of all time in the
Him,
garbage
Ty
time.
Jerome.
Yeah, literally. And now look at them, bro. So maybe you should play Pat Spencer. Who knows?
Garbage time, bro.
Who
Even
do you,
in that game that Steph, no, Jimmy was out.
Yeah.
We played Pat Spencer. I mean, he gave some good minutes.
who do you have in Game 7, man? Like I know, run me through the game if you're gonna say the Warriors.
I am so worried.
I know you're
Like
really-
I have been saying Rockets in 7, ever since I found out. Like, bro, you should have seen me yesterday. Like, you called me and
was
you heard
depressed.
what my fiance had to say,
Yeah,
bro.
He was very depressed.
I was in shambles. Like, genuinely, this is the lowest I felt after watching a basketball.
Which is nuts, by the way, because the series isn't even over.
I know.
I've never
But,
like the only time that's like, in my opinion, allowed to be low on a team and low on a series is after a game 3 loss, 3-0. Like I was technically.
I think my
down.
worst was Game 7 Boston Raptors.
Really?
Yo, in the bubble?
No, yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's top like 3-4 to me. Buddy, I'm a Raptor fan, bro.
Yeah.
I don't think you understand the pain we've been through, bro. That was like a good season where we were underrated. It sucked, but like it was like a season where we were like underrated.
Yeah, I guess
like,
the LeBron.
no one
series.
expects. Fam, every LeBron series clears that. Like literally. I've always said my lowest
I guess
point.
that's the one I remember the most.
My famous quote is my lowest point in my like life as a Raptor fan is Game 3 in 2018 during that buzzer beater. It will.
You know that the day is coming soon, right?
Yeah.
Today is the day.
I'm gonna have to watch that replay over.
Today is
I
actually
might
the
just
day.
stay off social media. Luckily, we have Game 7 to trump that, so like we don't have to focus on it.
Right? Wait, I want to check.
You can give me your prediction
top plays.
while it's happening. I will give my rundown of the game. I think I've told you this. I think the Golden State Warriors win.
Oh, Monday's the day.
God,
That happened.
Thanks for letting me know. I will not be on social media on Monday. I think the Golden State Warriors win. I think it's hard to not. It sort of reminds me of that Sacramento series where Sacramento's won these games. It's been like,
I mean,
back
Steph
and
Curry
forth
last in a
series.
Game 7. He dropped 50.
And
But see,
Game 7, you always just go with the player that can take over, man.
Yeah.
And Steph Curry's that guy. Jimmy Butler's that guy. Like,
I think Steph hasn't really looked aggressive too. Like he has some shots in the fourth quarter. I'm like, yo, why?
I think
Steph
he
play?
literally just chucks, man.
Yeah,
I think
he
he
was
goes
chucking
and
in
chucks.
the last game. He was chucking.
And like, I think
And like I'm saying this as a Steph Curry fan.
I
Why
think
are you
he will
chucking?
find his spot. I think Jimmy Butler will be a lot more aggressive. I deadass think Buddy Hield would take like 2 shots all game. I don't even think they're gonna pass them.
But the thing that like concerns me the most and why I'm so worried, the Warriors have all the pressure in the world.
Yeah, I mean,
like you were up 3-1.
You don't want to beat the 3-1 allegations again. Kids.
Yeah, exactly. I wasn't wanting to say rookies, but not rookies. Like you're versing players that haven't been to the playoffs, and you're like, one more
storyline. I don't want to spend too long because like we have a lot of series to go over. The storyline was Fred VanVleet and Jalen Green's play. Fred VanVleet showed up. He's literally looked like Toronto Fred VanVleet in those playoffs.
You see what Draymond had to say?
He's the reason why they lost, and it's true, man. If Fred VanVleet doesn't play that well, that the Golden State Warriors probably win. And he's showed up, man. He's hit those shots. Because they need 3-point shooting, bro. And if it's even they're this good without any 3-point shooters, they get one, they look like a completely different team. And that one guy is Fred VanVleet. And Jalen Green has not showed up whatsoever. I've said it from the start. He should be benched. He should be benched. Absolutely.
For Steven Adams.
Adams.
Thompson has looked amazing the past 2 games.
Amen Thompson's looked amazing.
Tari Eason has given
as much as you want to say Dylan Brooks has been really good.
Yeah. He's had some games.
He's averaging like 15 on like 50% shooting. That's freaking good. And
bro,
defensively,
I don't know what has caught in the Rockets, but they just don't miss.
Mm-hmm. And dude, defensively they switch so goddamn well.
And we can't score in the paint.
Exactly. And like that's what I mean, man. You guys needed a big so bad, so you needed them so desperately. So I don't know. It's gonna be a tough game. I think I will always. I made that mistake with what series did I make that mistake with? Oh no, this one. I said I'd pick the youth. I know I picked the Rockets in 6, but I did say if it goes 7, I will take the Warriors. So I will go vets over young guys every time.
So I did not want to play the Rockets. When you said, "Yo, this is a good matchup for you," I'm like, "No, give me the Lakers." Because, like, bro,
but I don't think you beat.
I think we beat the Lakers.
After this is just all in retrospect, man. This is all in hindsight. After seeing the Lakers.
No, before
you said that, I know, but like it's easier to say it now after seeing what the Lakers. I said it
before, and I'll back
No, but it's easier to say it now. Like
it doesn't make it any easier. It keeps it the exact same.
No, but like
the way you play the Timberwolves is different from how you play the Warriors.
Are you saying you would dominate the Lakers?
No, I'm not saying we dominate.
Okay, then
I would say I'd rather play the Lakers than I would play the Rockets.
I just don't think, man.
Mind you, if we win, maybe now I'm changing my thing. I'm like, okay, I'm fine with playing the Rockets.
I don't think.
But goddamn, this had been a gritty.
I don't think you would have had an answer for Luka Doncic.
I think we would have. We have an answer for Jalen Green.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, nice. I mean, I don't think Luka has an answer on defensively.
Yeah, but what's it called? They have Steph. They have Jared Vanderbilt, man.
Bro,
Steph's
Vanderbilt, cut it out. Vanderbilt is atrocious. He was
on offense.
He was played off the floor in Minnesota.
Offensively,
they're different series, but I think if you're putting Vanderbilt on Steph, we're gonna get this. We're gonna get the switch with Luka.
Okay, yeah,
just like the Timberwolves did.
I don't know. It's just
again. I don't know why we're talking about this.
It's a different series.
This is a different series.
These are 2 teams that could potentially be eliminated tomorrow. We're on like ESPN right now.
Tomorrow's gonna be my lowest point.
If you lose,
like genuinely, bro, I am.
Okay, give me the breakdown then. Who's gonna win?
I don't know.
Okay, so predict it. We're not in the I don't know category.
I'm gonna say the Warriors because, like, obviously.
Tell me how you win.
You know, one thing we need to do is the rebounding. Yeah. Obviously, that's going to be hard when you have Steven Adams single. That has dominated us this whole series.
Dude, and off of the missed free throws. Like, that can't happen.
Again, bro, Richard Jefferson said it the perfect way. If you're going to foul Steven Adams, he's going to miss.
Dude, if you're going to do Hack Adams, how are you not boxing out?
Playing with intensity.
You're fouling him to miss. How the hell are you letting that
get Looney in the game?
Really, bro. I swear, man. It makes it's so ridiculous.
I don't know.
You're fouling him to miss. How are you not prepared for the miss?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Like, there's 2-3 possessions.
It's insane.
Where they're just getting offensive rebound.
It's actually insane.
Bro, one thing about the Rockets is when we go on a run, they always can match it. Yeah. I don't know how and what.
And credit to them, man. They're young team doing well. Next up, Lakers versus.
But sorry to wrap up. Steph's got to show out. Mm-hmm. Jimmy's got to show out, and we need that urgency. And I think we will get that from Jimmy Butler.
Yeah,
Jimmy Butler's been in situations where he's gone down. He's gone up 3-1, made it to a game 7-1, ultimately against the Boston Celtics team.
Dude, Jimmy went down 3-0.
Yeah,
won game 7.
Wait, no,
against Boston.
He went down 3-0?
Or went up 3-0.
Oh, okay.
Like Miami went up 3-0.
Yeah, okay, that's what I'm saying. So I think this is gonna be similar. Steph's gonna come out aggressive. Draymond needs to keep his calm. Like, let your game do the speaking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't get in. Don't think anything. You need to be able to stop the runs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really hope the Warriors win. Mm-hmm. It's been a good series all series long, and I think it's gonna be.
I'll also say I'd be scared about. I know we were just berating him, but Jalen Green is due a good game because he's again, like I said, the most hot and cold player in the league. So he's due a shooting performance. But again, Fred's due a stinker.
Yeah, and the Warriors have all the experience. You know, you've gone to different Game 7s. Like,
do they though? They're still like Jimmy, Steph, and Dre.
I mean, those three.
Yeah, I guess, but like, you know, I guess can't really say the team has a lot of Game 7 experience. Shamo's Moody as well.
Yeah, I mean, he had a good game with the comeback. The next series, I had Lakers, Timberwolves.
I had Lakers, Timberwolves as well. I said it earlier, just like assuming that you'd have them. And this is funny. This is probably the coolest 5-game series of all time.
Yeah.
Like,
again, one of those games where every game.
And also my worst prediction by far. But I will say my talking points on this, right? The biggest thing, everyone's gonna be talking about Rudy Gobert. Biggest thing for me. Julius Randle has been incredible.
We came on this
and
show.
I flamed the guy.
Yeah.
I came up here with stats of saying that he was, I'll say he was the X Factor, to be fair, but I came up here with the stats of him shooting like goddamn near 20%. You know what I mean? At times. He's been super good. And I found out he had a kid. So he's having his Fred Van Vliet.
Oh, really?
So he's having his Fred Van Vliet run. Maybe that's what it is. But he's been
NBA players, if you want to go
far. Yeah. Time your kids, bro. Deadass. Time your kids. Talk to your wife and time your kids, bro. Like, Julius Randle's been super good. And that's what it is. That's the reason why I had Lakers in 5. I think, obviously, it was no doubt that the Wolves matched up super well against them. But it was just always the fact that the Wolves have no one else. Yeah. They have nobody else. That I knew Dante DiVincenzo in the playoffs. He shows up, but like, they had no one else because the second one was Julius Randle. So I was like, Julius Randle sucks in the playoffs. So all the Lakers have to do is control Anthony Edwards. But now Julius Randle's going on. Now Rudy Gobert's turning into prime Hakeem Olajuwon. Like, it's nuts. It's incredible. Players that need to show up showed up. Jaden McDaniels has had this scoring job.
And it was like...
he fouls out. Nickeil Alexander-Walker comes in and replicates the exact same thing. They are an incredible team.
Another thing, Naz Reid. Like,
Naz Reid's so good.
Fourth quarter, he looked amazing. But that game... Game 4, defensively, going on the perimeter versus Luka Doncic, doing that, looked amazing.
Yeah, the Wolves are, like, genuinely... And I'll say this about Anthony Edwards, man. Stat-wise, he's had some games where he doesn't, score as efficiently. But, man, the way he's controlled the game, it's next level. I've never seen this out of him in my life.
Who?
Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
I've never seen this level of control. I've never seen this level of poise. And it's so funny, the whole Lakers. I love the fact that he's going at Lakers fans for the Lakers in 5 thing. Because, that's all he's heard. Yeah. He's letting it affect them personally, man. And he's going at it and letting them know, yo, we're a team as well. And this is why the West is so nuts, man. This is the 6th seed, bro. Warriors are the 7th seed. It's crazy. We might have a 6th and 7th seed in the second round, which is nuts.
And the 5th seed.
Yeah, usually, I've always said it, and I've always said it. You'll always see one, lower seed per conference usually. Now you might see 3 in the West, which is nuts. The East hasn't really had any ups, but Pistons could have done it. If Milwaukee was healthy, maybe they could have done it. But Indiana looked too good. I'm not gonna not even gonna give them discredit them anymore. But the Wolves have been insane. Another storyline. I don't know if you want to talk about Randle and Rudy.
Oh,
like on your end.
Oh yeah. Randle has looked great, and I think being on a team like the Timberwolves has looked amazing because he's not poised to be the first option or even the second. Jaden McDaniels, like you said.
McDaniels became the second option, which I could have never predicted.
Was always the best third option in the NBA, and he took that from Austin Reeves. Mm-hmm. Naz Reid gave him my flowers. Rudy Gobert in that last game looked amazing, and he was due for a good game, So I'm glad he had that good game. Jackson Hayes looked terrible. But like that last game when you're putting in Maxi Kleber to like try and do something for you, you know, if Rudy's dominating, I would say go back to Jackson Hayes, see how those minutes look. But again, this Lakers team was not constructed for them to win, go farther. You know what I mean? Like right after
it's the same as the Warriors' logic, man. Like you're not gonna win with Jackson Hayes. And my whole thing was like Luka Doncic can turn any center into like the GOAT. Clearly, he can't. Not this Luka Doncic definitely couldn't. But to be honest, they never really gave Jackson Hayes a chance.
Yeah.
Like if it's not working, why not like go away and switch it around, man? It's nuts. I also say Austin Reeves wasn't looking like the best third option in the NBA.
Yeah.
I think he's getting a lot more slack than he deserves. Like I think a lot.
I don't know
of
if you
people
saw.
are
There's a
getting more
report that he was playing with like a toe sprain.
But everyone's injured. It's the playoffs. Everyone's injured. You can't.
LeBron, did you see LeBron?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
MCL?
Like everybody's injured, man.
But I think if it goes to a game 6, LeBron wouldn't have played.
Yeah.
He looked bad, bro. He was limping.
Yeah, I guess. But I mean, it's just like I don't like to use minor injuries. Like if you played, you played.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
the Wolves are the better team.
Wolves is amazing.
Luka's defense was a big storyline. They attacked
Nico
him.
Harrison probably threw it.
Yeah, it was funny because Luka. I remember the Lakers tried attacking Rudy one game in the perimeter, and he held his own. People still gave him a lot of trash for it because I think that's the one.
Yeah,
game
the isolation didn't work.
Yeah, but I think he held his own.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I'm saying. The isolation did not work.
And people gave him trash for like Luka scoring him a couple times. Like it's crazy.
Rudy looked great
in
defensively.
fact, and it ended up being Luka Doncic the one who was attacked. So like, that was the big thing. Luka's got to figure it out.
Honestly, Wolves did not really scare me going into the playoffs.
Now, literally, I said Lakers in 5, man. And not even on some meme shit. Like, I thought the Lakers would win. I was like, Anthony Edwards will take one, but then they'll take him out. Then they have to rely on Julius Randle. But Julius Randle has replicated Karl Anthony Towns. This is what like the Wolves are genuinely with Julius Randle playing like this. They're better than they were last year because Julius Randle is replacing Karl Anthony Towns' production, and they've added Dante DiVincenzo.
And
Nikhil Alexander-Walker's gone better. Jaden McDaniels gone better. Nas Reed's gotten better.
Anthony
Edwards is controlling the game at a level we've never seen it before. The Wolves are goddamn scary. And like now they're playing a young Houston Rockets team or a Golden State Warriors team without a center, which is like insane.
We'd play Rudy Gobert off the floor.
Okay, yeah.
I wanted the Warriors to win.
Let's worry about beating your Houston Rockets.
I wanted the Warriors to win yesterday so I could come here and talk shit.
But you can't.
Because this team is awful.
My last talking point, is this the last we've seen of LeBron James?
No.
Obviously coming off an injury.
No,
he's coming back?
Shamsa made it clear that he's definitely playing one more series.
Okay.
And I think LeBron does not go out without a farewell tour.
Okay, yeah, that's true. I agree with that.
Like, he wants a farewell
No, but
tour.
is this the end of, like, the LeBron James that we know?
Yo, Yousuf, why don't we go for the Lakers-Raptors game when LeBron's farewell tour?
Oh, God, I'm not going. Because
Let's
first
go.
of all, those tickets will be hella expensive. And second of all, I don't want to see all this LeBron. Yo, it's going to be so annoying. I don't. Every team is going to give him a tribute video, bro.
Yeah.
It's just like, you know what I mean? Like, they're going to play goddamn highlights of him cooking artsy. Like, yo, shameless this is. Yo, goddamn shameless this is. Oh, man.
Let's go.
People have been hating. I'm not going.
I'll buy your ticket.
Huh? All right, then I'll go. Yeah.
Okay, damn. Okay.
Yeah, I'm never going to say no to a free ticket. I'd love to watch us beat LeBron James' ass on his last
What
game
if LeBron
in Toronto.
scores the game winner?
Huh? I'll actually end it all, bro. People, again, I feel like I talk about this all the time on this podcast. I'm allowed to hate on him, bro. I'm allowed to be happy that the Wolves won. I'm allowed to be happy that the Lakers got
Yeah, but you
eliminated.
take it to, you'll be like,
What did I say? What did I say that crossed the line? What did I say?
I'm not saying you said anything to cross the line, but bro, like just
Yeah, I got flamed. I got called a weirdo for saying LeBron. What happened?
No, that's
like
what
that's
you
not
said.
weird at all.
What
What
was
I say?
game 5?
What I
was
say?
Game 5 of the game?
I don't know.
Chuck.
Go scroll up. Tell me what happened. I don't think I said anything weird at all. I was like, I think I said this another year LeBron like lost or something like that. You know what I mean?
Wait.
Another year, another
Wednesday, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me find this Wednesday.
Like, bro, I'm not a weirdo. I'm not a weirdo. A guy who wished death on Nico Harrison called me weird for like celebrating a LeBron James loss. Like, you know how insane that is? Like, what are we doing?
I remember you brought that out.
Yeah, literally. I was like, bro, there's no way you're telling me this. Like 1 week ago,
Never gonna take it granted seeing LeBron get eliminated.
That's not weird at all.
But like, why are you taking?
Never taking it for granted. Because he has beaten my team so many times. So watching LeBron James lose, it made me happy. I was happy. I was happy to see him lose.
So you actually hate LeBron?
He is my least favorite player in the league.
Like, do you hate the guy?
Huh? The person, I couldn't give a damn less, bro. I couldn't care. I hate the basketball player. I don't want to see the basketball player succeed because he's already succeeded against my team.
So if he won a championship, what's your reaction?
You're like, God damn it, and then I move on with my life because it's not the end of the world. It's basketball. But like, what's it called? Like, it's the same thing. Like,
I'm still.
You're hating on Dylan Brooks. What is different about this?
Okay, but like,
and LeBron James did what Dylan Brooks did to you 3 years in a row.
No, Dylan Brooks
pissed you off,
Dylan Brooks has not done anything to me. Okay, that's firstly. Secondly,
literally 20 minutes ago, I hate Dylan Brooks with passion. I don't care.
But he has not done anything to the Warriors because he's a bum, certified bum.
He's taking you to Game 7.
Okay, yeah, but we'll see if he wins. Okay, that's firstly. Secondly, LeBron never talks shit. LeBron just put it all out on his.
LeBron doesn't talk shit. He talks trash.
No, but I'm saying
not to the level of Dylan Brooks.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, but I said he pissed me. He's pissed me off to the level that Dylan Brooks. And I'd say
thirdly,
no. Let me end my point. I'd say mine is 10 billion times more warranted because he has actually eliminated my team
3 times.
3 times in a row.
Like, how are you not over it?
Because he caused me pain, bro. That shit sucked. It sucked.
It really did, bro.
It sucked, bro. I had faith in us winning a championship. You'll understand, bro. I thought we were gonna go in there. It's like, this is the year 1 seed, and we get dominated. We get 4 games. Fucking Iman Shumpert was playing, bro. You don't understand? Like,
bro's going through PTSD.
I'm allowed to celebrate LeBron James losing because he beat my team over and over and over again. He owned my team. I'm not up here saying that LeBron James sucks. I'm not. I'm saying I'm happy he lost. That's it. I'm about to lose my voice, man. Like, it's actually ridiculous. Move on to the next series.
Bucks Pacers.
Yeah, a lot of beef happened in this series. A lot of like BS. And I'll say this as well. Like the hell he gave prayers up to Dame. Dame was like he'd do something when he came back. He looked
allow that.
What?
Like, he's coming from a blood clot. I don't think much people expected much from Dame Lillard.
No, yeah, but then don't talk trash. I'm talking from perspective. Obviously, prayers up for the Achilles. Before the Achilles, like, don't talk trash and then go out there. No, but I actually respected a lot from what Tyrese did in the interviews. Yeah.
Calling out his dad was kind of crazy, but I mean it was warranted.
No, bro, that stuff is like wild. I don't know why he's allowed on the like.
Yeah. I think who said that? Was it Shaq?
Chuck said, and Shaq tried defending him.
Yeah,
yeah, he is dancing. I think banning him from the games is a little extreme because
the Pacers organization.
Yeah, it's really not. It's not that deep, man. Like, you know, it was a little crazy, but I don't think it's that deep.
But it sucks because like Tyrese had such a good game after being called the most overrated player, and then your dad comes and does this and like takes all the media attention.
The main story from this series was like
Pascal Siakam.
And the domination of the Indiana Pacers on both ends, man. Like
Miles Turner.
Offensively, they could not stop. Yeah, literally.
Oh
offensively, they could.
Warrior.
There's no world where he's a warrior.
Yeah.
Offensively, they couldn't stop them, and defensively, they like climbed up at times, man. Yeah. And they went through the lot. This is
Andrew
what you said
Nemhard
earlier.
is amazing too.
And the best player now doesn't even mean everything.
Exactly. Yeah.
They let LeBron James. They let Giannis Antetokounmpo get his. They're like, Giannis is gonna get his. We're just not gonna let anyone else score. And even after they let everyone else score, and Gary Trent Jr., who had 2 incredible series.
Gary played amazing. He had those 2 turnovers back to back.
Even after that,
but like low-key, that last one, like AJ Green had the ball. Why are you passing that up? Like everyone wants you to shoot the free throws.
Yeah, it was a good pass though. It was a good pass. Like it's just Gary fumbled it.
I feel so bad.
I do feel bad for Gary because like the whole storyline is gonna be those 2 turnovers because he had one earlier as well. But he was really really goddamn good, and he brought what they needed, man.
I was hyped over
Kyle Kuzma was goddamn horrible.
I was hyped over the Gary Trent Jr. thing.
The acquisition, and he finally showed up.
Yeah.
Torian Prince
I'm kind of mad that Doc Rivers made that like decision at game 5. I always get this.
It's so nuts, man. Like Kyle Kuzma's really that bad, bro. He's like actually a negative on the floor.
What's next for the Bucks? I know we wanted to talk about what's next for each team, but I feel like we're going to do a proper episode when there's less to talk about.
Milwaukee, they can't. You don't trade Giannis. And you can't. You just.
It's up to Giannis.
You're in a tough position because of the Dame situation. That's like.
There's reports that like they want to trade Dame.
Like this sucks for Dame. I feel bad, man. It was like, how old is Giannis?
30.
Yeah. Damn, man, he's really getting that. That's crazy to me than LeBron James. I've expected LeBron James being old, man. Like, I've come to terms with it. Giannis being 30 is nuts to me. I still like think of him as like a 20, like late 20-year-old. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know what you do. Honestly, it's a really weird spot. They're gonna be in a playoff team next year, but like, what does it do for them, man? They got so destroyed this series.
Yeah,
like it's insane. I think you got to make miniature moves. Hope that someone can like.
Brook Lopez at times didn't look amazing.
Yeah, I said it before. By the way, it's random. I never mentioned it during the Lakers series. I think Brook Lopez is. I don't think they should. I think they're gonna go after Brook Lopez. The Lakers.
I don't think so.
I think they will because it's gonna be a cheap center, and that's a defensive anchor.
I think they want like a rim running center.
I think they just want to. He's not a rebounder either. That's what sucks. He's like one of the worst rebounding centers. Like. But like, he's just a defensive anchor that I think will be cheap. And, like, you know, the whole storyline about come back to L.A., like,
true
vet, you know, I think it'd be cool. I really don't have much to say about Bucks Pacers, honestly.
Yeah, I'm kind of I'm disappointed that it wasn't a great series because I was really excited for the series.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was a good series. Pacers fans showed out. Mm-hmm. Pacers looked amazing. Yeah. Siakam, low-key.
I'm really interested to see them versus Cleveland. Like, that's going to be such a fun series.
But, like, the defense versus, like...
Their defense is a lot better than last year, man.
Yeah, it is.
So much better than last year.
Nembhard is, like, not the...
It's funny because they're literally the exact same roster, but they added Ben Mathurin. That's it.
Everyone gets better.
Yeah, exactly. Right? They got better as a unit, I guess.
I'm happy for Tyrese. I hope he has another big series against the Cavs. But who do you have, Cavs or...
Cavs Pacers... I mean, I gotta go Cleveland, man. They've looked a lot really complete. I think, like we'll talk about them. They're probably my worst series in the first round. They just looked insane. They need hopefully Garland's. I think Garland.
I think he'll be fine.
He's rested. Next series Boston Orlando.
Yeah, same
for me. Like honestly, and I said this before. Like 5-game series, I said it, man. Orlando are a team. They competed and they did what they. This is an A+ for them in my opinion. Maybe an A because like I think if they push them like 6, it'd be an A+. But like they competed in every single game. Even like the blowouts, it was
like they
were getting blown out. Then they made it close again, and then they got blown out. But like, bro, Orlando
they are in need of a goddamn move.
They need a shooting guard.
They
need a shooter.
You brought in KCP.
Yeah, which is like that's what I mean. They tried it and it just didn't work. So I don't blame them, but
call for like Kobe White, call for Anthony Simons,
Zach LaVine. I've always said Zach LaVine is the player, bro. I've always said Zach LaVine's that player, man. He's such a good fit. And Jalen Suggs needs to get healthy. I think Jalen Suggs plays it's a really different series. Mo Wagner, but I will say Wendell Carter Jr. looked
great at times.
Really
he
good.
Also looked terrible.
No, but I think he had a really good series. I was happy with Wendell. Him.
Goga.
No, not Go. Franz. Him, Franz, and Paulo had a really good series.
It was mainly Paulo and thing.
Yeah,
Franz was shooting so many threes, but again, like he won KCP shooting all those.
Yeah,
threes.
Exactly. Like,
but he looked terrible.
Yeah, my Orlando in 6 comment was always a hot take, but like, you know. I'd say my major point was that people were overlooking the Orlando Magic, and they performed a lot better than people said. That's my thing for that.
I don't really have much to say.
Yeah, that's why we left these last 3 because like I don't really got many comments.
That's why we started off with our best.
Thunder Grizzlies versus next for me.
4-0. I mean, it sucked to see John Moran get injured, and he said that like I had them figured out. I mean like
let's be dead ass, bro.
Like, all this talking is happening.
Let's be dead ass, bro.
I mean, if Ja stays, I think they win that game 3. Yeah. And then game 4 was close without Ja, so you don't know.
They played John Concha a lot, which confused me. Like
that Marcus Smart trade was not right in the moment, and it was just terrible.
Yeah.
Now looking at it, like you're having John Conchar playing meaningful basketball,
like, literally, like you know what I mean. Maybe
and there's big moves to come for the Grizzlies, like so huge moves, because like you have Ja that if he makes an All NBA team, Jaren if he makes an All NBA team,
he will not make an All NBA
It's
Jalen was good in the regular season. He looked really, like not that good.
terrible.
Granted, again, it's so hard to like judge them because it's the OKC Thunder. But like,
Yeah.
what's
I
it called?
couldn't tell
This
if
is the level. If you can't beat the Thunder right now, you're never gonna be able to beat them.
Exactly.
You got to make a move. You got to do something different.
again. It was like
Because this is the level, bro. This is a reality check. If they were competitive against the Thunder, you could argue like, oh yeah, they just need time to gel during the season, and then we can come back and beat the Thunder. We need a season under a new coach, stuff like that. But they got swept, man. They got swept. It was not particularly close.
it was crazy to see that like oh no, sorry, not crazy to see. Like I couldn't tell if the Thunder are just really good or the Grizzlies are really bad.
I think it's the Thunder, man. It's just like
They're insane defensively. Jaren was getting clamped up by like Alex
because
Caruso.
they've played playoff intensity basketball all season long.
Yeah.
And so they were ready for the jump from the start. And that's why Memphis got so destroyed in the first two games. Because the Thunder came out like
And John didn't look
they were
great.
used to playing like playoff intensity basketball all season long, so they didn't have to adjust at all. You know what I mean? So usually game ones are like tough. Game one first round series are tough because like what's it called? Both teams are starting to figure it out. Like the playoff intensity, they're getting used to it. Thunder were already used to it, so it blew them out of the water. And yeah, now they play either the Clippers or the Nuggets. Who do you want to face if you're the Thunder? I think the Nuggets.
Yeah, same.
Just because defensively and bench wise, man.
Like low key, bro.
they're
I
very
think the
short
Clippers
lineup.
have a chance to take out the Thunder.
Yeah, honestly.
Like
them
people
and-
are not talking about that enough.
them
They
and
have the
Memphis,
defenders for
or
Shea.
Them and Minnesota, for sure. If I had to pick one, I think if they make the finals, they win. I don't think a team in the East beats them.
And the
I don't
Warriors.
think Boston. Okay,
Get on the respect.
I said the East.
No, I'm just saying. You said Timberwolves and
Okay,
Clippers.
yeah,
I want
all
respect
right.
on my Warriors,
Yeah.
please.
The-
We beat them 3 out of 4.
Again, win in the first round, and then we'll have a conversation.
Yo,
about
I
it.
hate it so much that I have to record.
Yeah.
When the game 7's coming up.
I know. I've realized that. I realized that you wanted to record today so we can like hype up the Warriors.
No, not even that. I just wanted like all the series done.
You know that dog meme?
And I was busy the other days.
Yeah. Okay. Cavs Miami. Literally.
Yo, honestly-
we could end the episode here.
Yeah,
That was,
Miami
that was the saddest performance I've ever seen in my life.
Pat Riley's
But to be
washed.
fair, looking back, they're a 39-win team. What do you expect? You know what I mean? Like,
But bro, going out 54 points in the
Yes.
last game.
Tyler Hero, man, why are you talking trash?
Yeah,
Just
bro, there's so
accept
much
it.
shit talking.
Like, why are you?
Bro,
you
like-
can't talk like
Bro,
in the
you see-
position you're in.
You see the Jimmy thing? He's like, we need Jimmy if we had.
Yeah,
Jimmy.
yeah.
And then he
no,
goes,
and then he goes on.
yeah.
Yeah, like that's crazy. I can't lie, man. You just take the L. Kyle Anderson as well. Like, they
Yeah.
look better without Darius Garland. Like,
Yeah.
bro, shut your mouth, man. Like, just take the L. You got whooped. You belt
So
to ass. Like, literally. There's nothing else to say about that series. Like, it's just
Literally
domination.
nothing. They looked
Just
amazing.
domination. Like,
Like-
they did what they were supposed to do.
Miami has some big moves to make. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's
What's
just what do you
next
do
for them?
now? Like,
there's so many
I saw
te-
Tyler Hero to Orlando as a move.
that would look good. And
Yeah.
go into a rebuild.
Exactly.
Um,
But then they'd have to trade Bam as well.
yeah, and that Bam contract's
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah, it's-
I mean, where could
He
you
started
send-
playing better
Where
near
could
the
you
end.
put Bam?
I don't know, man, because he's an undersized big as well. Yeah, he'd look good.
But
on
honestly,
the
I
wing.
don't want to
Bam
pay
and
Bam all
Jimmy
that
back
money.
together.
I don't want to pay Bam all that money.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I literally have
We
nothing
got
else
Jonathan
to say. Cleveland.
Kuminga.
I literally have nothing else to say. Cleveland, Miami.
It's crazy. I mean, I'm hyped for the second round. We have Indiana, Cleveland,
Let's do quick fire. Quick fire. Who do
Yeah.
you got in each series? The ones that are announced.
Cleveland. I think I'm going to
Cleveland?
Cleveland like 6. I think
Yeah.
Pacers will think.
I'd say Cleveland.
I
and
want to take the
6
Knicks
as well.
I want to like
Knicks
stay
and
bold.
what?
Knicks and 6. Because I think it goes 7. It's over.
I think Boston 5. I think Boston.
It's probably
dominates.
Boston gonna win.
Yeah.
But my hot take, like you
Yeah,
had the Magic,
exactly.
I have Knicks.
I have my hot takes out of the way for the first round.
What?
I get my hot takes out of the way in the first round.
I've been
so.
so high on the
Yeah.
goddamn Knicks, and
You gotta stand on business, bro.
I've been talking my shit on the Knicks.
Hey man, stand on business.
I'm a stand on business.
Out west.
I called out Darius.
Okay, out west. Thunder versus Clippers. Who do you got? And Thunder Nuggets. Who do you got?
Thunder both.
Thunder both. In
Yeah.
what? In what versus Clippers? And what versus the Nuggets?
On low key, I kind of want to take Clippers over Thunder.
Do
Like
it,
that's
bro.
a coin toss.
Do it.
But I think Clippers are I mean, I think Thunder versus the Nuggets. I have Thunder in like 6.
Yeah.
6 or 5. Even like I don't think it goes to a game 7.
I think I got Thunder in 5 against the Nuggets.
Versus Clippers, I think it goes to game 7.
I think it goes 6 or 7 against the Clippers. I think Thunder pull it out.
Yeah.
I'll say 7. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Pace. I mean, Timberwolves and Rockets.
Timberwolves, Rockets. Who do you got?
Timberwolves in like 5.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
You didn't think the gritty Rockets could do anything?
Versus the Warriors, I'm taking the Warriors. I'm staying on business.
Stay on business, man.
I'm staying on business.
I think I'm taking the Wolves either way.
Warriors in 6.
I think the Wolves beat. You're right. I think the Wolves are comfortable next series, no matter what. Which will be big. They'll be rested against the Thunder.
Yeah,
so,
I know.
what an episode.
They'll be rested against my Warriors. Yo, I swear to God, if the Warriors lose tomorrow, like you're not hearing from
We
me.
need to. Why don't we do a watch party? We should do a watch party.
Nah, screw you.
Why
You're gonna troll.
Why not? That's a part for the course, man. You do the same.
No, I would not.
Yeah, because you're a Raptor fan as well.
Like
you want the Raptors?
I watched with my Lakers. My a fan that is my friend that's a Lakers fan.
Yeah.
And we watched together, and I was chill. If you don't troll and like,
I won't. You gonna troll like every 24/7?
like if
I'll
we
say
lose,
one comment. If air balls, I'll be like, oh, you know what I mean?
like if I'm stressing and you're just laughing at me, I'm actually gonna like knock you out, bro.
That's such a joke. You haven't seen me. We did a watch party for when the Raptors played the Bulls in the play-in,
Yeah.
and it was like the worst experience of my life because we were choking in front of like all my friends. And I'm just like, God damn it, we're gonna lose. Like we're up 20, and my friend's like, oh, you're chilling. I'm like, bro, you haven't watched this Raptor team with me. Like,
But like no like Discord or anything. It has to be in person.
I'm down.
Cause like
Use that TV over there.
yeah, we'll talk about that off camera. But thank you guys for watching that episode. It's a long episode. Stay tuned. We're gonna do a series where we're probably gonna talk about what's next for teams because Lakers have moves to make, Suns have moves to make, Bucks have moves to make. And I feel like every team that's getting eliminated have moves to make.
And next episode, hopefully we make one before the draft lottery. But if we don't, next episode, Cooper
When is the
Flag
draft lottery?
in like 9 days.
Yeah, we'll make one.
So Cooper Flag could be a Toronto Raptor soon.
Yes. Thank you guys for watching. We're out. Peace.